Work happens everywhere. However, did you know that more than half of us still choose to come to the office? We come to connect with others and to technology. And when we come, we need a space to accommodate the type of work we'll be doing. Any day you walk into an office that's designed where there's a one-to-one relationship between desks and people, if you can break that, you can actually invest more in spaces that are about when people are working together. So that interaction between people has become more and more important as the main thing people do all day long versus sit at their desk. Once you unchain the user and you break the one desk, you now have space that you can play with. And we've always loved this idea of what great urban environments have are zones. They have places where you can go for entertainment, they have places where you go to live, places where you go to shop, and they actually encourage people to move around and make it easy for people to move around. So why wouldn't the office be the same way? The ability to move during the day and pick the space that suits the work they're trying to do at that moment. And so as you're thinking about that extra real estate or the mix it up, are you thinking about places where people can do concentrative work and contemplate, places where they can get together as two people and do some creative work, places they can get together as a bigger group, and then also places where they can have fun and socialize? I think that for all the kind of work we do, that there's one desk that's optimal for all of that is a little bit crazy. Great spaces and great environments have this sense of hospitality. As people enter a space, they should feel welcome. They should feel like they belong in the space, they're invited into the space. When people walk in and they see people moving around, gathered around a table, having a conversation, sitting, music's playing in the background, people talking, there's excitement, there's energy. That's what an office space should be like. As individuals, we're at our best creatively when we are being ourselves. Great small businesses, because they are partly home and friends and work, you see people be more like themselves, and they sit on a couch and they put their feet up on the couch on the other side. They bring in a pet, or they bring in a child, and it's not on bring your child to work day. They just bring their child in and they feel comfortable that they can do that. It's letting people work in a way that's most comfortable to them and express their personalities. Knowing and understanding these principles are just one way to a smarter workplace.
Okay, if we turn to page 1, we're going to see a breakdown of the fourth quarter. Now, we did see everybody. Hi, Deb, we've got the room from 2 to 3.
The email said 2 to 4 for our group.
Was that 12A or B?
Is there an A or B?
Is there any way you can check the count up front?
Well, you know, there's nothing on the door.
No,
My
that's
team's
true.
ready to
Yeah,
go.
we're going right now. If you could check up front, that'd be a big help for us. All right, like I was saying, with the second quarter report, we're going to have to go on this page 2, everybody. We're going to check and see what's going on because fourth quarter was.
I have a hard time actually getting my head around the fact that like anyone knows how to do this. There's not a right way or wrong way, it's only the way that like you choose to build your company. When we started looking for space, I knew that the day we got the keys, we were gonna just want it to magically be ready to go. We were presented with like an amazing opportunity with Turnstone to create really our dream office. You can really make your office something that you and the people who work there absolutely love. I think we literally started talking to Turnstone 3 days after we signed the lease, and the conversation went something like, hey, we're a startup, there's no way that this could go fast enough, we'd just love to know kind of what we could do. 10 days after that, we had a fully furnished office. The journey started for Zarly when a guy named Eric Custer asked me if I would join him at something called Startup Weekend. And on Friday night at 6 o'clock, I pitched something. At about 9 o'clock, Zarly, the name, was born. About 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday, we realized we might have like a real company on our hands.
I think whirlwind or roller coaster might be the only way to describe our first, really our first 10 months of existence.
From crashing friends' couches all the way up through the shared loft that we've had here, it's great to finally have like a home base.
Zarly is change.
Creative.
Zarly's about connecting neighborhood.
Magical.
Like that great friend that just like introduces you to all their great friends.
Local, it's community.
Every Zarly has some sort of story.
Zarly is about neighborhoods and about community.
We actually chose to make this space feel as much like a home as possible. We chose to go like the non-corporate direction. And that's also why, like, I mean, if you look around this space, it is so open. Everyone talks to everyone constantly. You don't actually ever feel like you're at work. You just feel like you're doing your job, and there's like a space around you that like fosters that. Now everybody comes in here and they're like, dude, this is one of the sweetest offices I've ever seen. The people who work here, who've been a part of all of these transitions from the loft to the co-working space, every time they're like pulling me to the side like, dude, this space is so amazing. This is definitely Zarly.